Hare Krishna, Hare.
Okay, Hare Krishna. So let's start with the pranama mantras. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Ena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay, so reading from 12th chapter, the shloka is 17th shloka. Yo na harshyati na tveshti na shochati na kankshati shubha shubha parityagi bhaktiman yah same priyah. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. One who neither rejoices nor grieves, who neither laments nor desires, and who renounces both auspicious and inauspicious things, such a devotee is very dear to me. So let me read the purport. It is very small, so we can understand the entire context. A pure devotee is neither happy nor distressed over material gain and loss, nor is he very much anxious to get a son or disciple, nor is he distressed by not getting them. If he loses anything which is very dear to him, he does not lament. Similarly, if he does not get what he desires, he is not distressed. He is transcendental in the face of all kinds of auspicious, inauspicious, and sinful activities. He is prepared to accept all kinds of risks for the satisfaction of the Supreme Lord. Nothing is an impediment in the discharge of his devotional service. Such a devotee is very dear to Krishna. So, looking at the shloka, um, Krishna is telling about how we have to be in a neutral stage in the events of life which will occur over a series of period in the day-to-day activity or if you see over the years, and he's talking about how we can control or see in that neutral stage, and also how we can actually think in this way. Generally, if we see any human being or animal, everybody is looking for pleasure. That means they want to see happiness in life, in this material world. Basically, the surrounding, the surrounding within us, where we live, the environment, the atmosphere. So everyone is looking for positive. Everyone is looking for pleasure, rejoy, desiring for all kind of auspicious or happiness in their life. But yet we don't understand from where the grievances or inauspiciousness or those shokha or lamentations occur, all the negative things occur. We are not able to understand, and we don't want it, we avoid them. But if we see in this sloka, Krishna is telling neither this side or that side. So you have to be in the neutral stage. Just like if we see in the car, there's a neutral gear. It doesn't move forward, nor it goes backwards in the reverse gear. So that means we are, as a society, the mentality is occurring towards happiness. That has been going on for ages. But still, to mitigate or annihilate the grievances or the the failures of so many people, we want to be happy, so we do so many things. So we are trying for a solution here, so we can live happily ever after. Just like in the movies we say, everything is okay at the end, and they lived happily ever after. Or in some cartoons we will see, but in reality it doesn't happen. It keeps occurring one after another. So the problem is, we are accepting ourselves as this body. That is where the problem is occurring. If we stop thinking that we are this body and actually who we are, then the realization will start for a person. Oh, okay, fine, I'm, first of all, I'm not this body, then I'm not an Indian, I am not this countryman, then I do not belong to this species. So like this the thought process should start. Okay, then we will understand, okay, where I am going wrong. So then the conclusion will come as we read the scriptures, and we take higher knowledge from realized people. If we get in association of devotees, we will understand that I am not this body. Then who am I? Am soul. So basically, I am a soul. So because related to the body, I'm getting so many things. I'm getting happiness sometime. I'm getting sadness. So why this is occurring? Because this is related to the body, and we should understand this world where we are living, where we have got this body. There are so many species. There's a plant body, there's the animal body, there's aquatic body, there's insect, bird. So many living entities are there. So many bodies are occurring. It doesn't mean that this life I'm born in particular family as a human being. Next life also I'll be born like this. Maybe I'll get more money, I'll get into a very good family, I'll be a rich family. All the comforts, luxuries will be given by nature. That will never happen, because we do not know our future. I do not know what will happen next moment. I do not know about tomorrow. So how can I guarantee myself that I'll get a particular life next where I'm going? So I cannot do that. So generally, people have in the past been advising that do these things so you can go to heavenly planets and you can enjoy. But if we see the law of karma, the moment you uh, diminishes your karma, the reactions or the sukriti, all the auspiciousness also will go away. So we do not know how many lifetimes we have done, how many sinful activities, how many ways we have lived, what bodies we have achieved, how we lived, and for that, how many reactions are still pending. So we have to come to the basics. So the primary understanding is I am not this body, so I am a soul. So what is the duty of a soul, that we have to understand. So where does this soul come from? Aham Brahmasmi. Okay. So Krishna, other place also in Bhagavad Gita says he is situated in everyone's heart, and they belong to that particular nature. So we are coming from where the material world beyond we go. So that is where we come from. Just like we have to understand the sample. Anything if you see, when they do some lab test or any experimentation is done, so they do something called the sample testing. Just like, for example, there is this ocean water, and if we take one drop of it, we can understand the quality of that water. So we can come to a conclusion that the entire sea water is salty, and that is the pH level we have, and that is how it is sustaining. So we can understand the whole sea by just testing the small one drop of water. So we are just that one drop of water where the entire ocean is like God. But there is a difference. The quality might be the same. The quality is same. Okay, so the one drop is salty and the vast ocean also is salty, but the quantity is the difference. So similarly, we are part and parcel of God. So we have the same quality what is existing in God, in Krishna. So what is that? Sat Chit Ananda. So this is mentioned in various texts in the scriptures, Vedas. That is soul, the quality is Sat Chit Ananda. Sat means eternal. So the quality of the soul is it is eternal. Chit means it is full of knowledge. Now I am ignorant. I do not have knowledge. I am asat. Asat means this body is not permanent. So I am living in a condition where the body is asat. So the dress I'm wearing, the body is compared to dress, that is asat. Then I'm ignorant. So I'm not knowledgeable. But the quality of the soul is chit. And the third quality is ananda. Ananda means happiness, always in pleasure. But here I am going under certain turbulence in my life. I'm facing so many troubles. But this is related to body. But the true nature, it has been explained that Sat Chit Ananda. So this we have to understand. Just like if you see women cook in the kitchen, or for instance anybody, if we can understand the the same similar example, that when we cook rice, we take one grain and we just press and see if it is cooked properly. If it is soft, nice, and we smash it, and we can understand, we can come to a conclusion it is cooked, and then we will switch off the stove, so we understand the entire pot of rice is cooked. So similarly, we should understand that by studying oneself, that I am not this body, I am the soul. What is my primary duty? What I have to be in this life? How I have to control my urges? Then we will understand who God is. So the first primary study is who I am, where I came from, and what is my duty. Then we will go to the next step. So in this shloka, Krishna is telling that the state of neutrality, the state where you become neutral, your thought process become neutral, you will control the urges, and you will resist. There should be resistance power. So we need that resistance power to to bear the sufferings which we will go through. So that is required. Something we get, we are very happy, we rejoice, we jump. Someone gets a job, or someone is getting married, we see they jump on stage. Or someone passes away, we are suffering, there's pain, there's suffering going on, or there's something we lose in life, we are in pain, or we lament, we are in shoka, we are unhappy, and we are always demanding. The mind is always demanding, it is always desiring. So here Krishna is telling the person who neither rejoices nor who grieves for anything which is lost, neither he laments for something he is not able to achieve, nor he is able to desire for anything. That means he is in a neutral state. Whatever comes according to the nature, or the life which is coming through him, he is going through, he has renounced it. And shubha ashubha, shubha shubha, if you see the sloka, shubha shubha, shubha means auspicious, We always see, we have seen some Marwadi shops, Shubh Labh. It's a good sign they keep the swastik. So everyone is always after Shubha, but nobody wants Ashubha. Shubha, Shubha. Auspicious, inauspicious. We never desire for inauspicious things. We always desire for auspicious things in life. But how to go through all these things but yet not react? And how he will be able to respond to it? We react to things very easily. So the control of mind is very much required here, that every day when we read through these texts, every day when we chant the Hare Krishna mantra, sincerely, deeply, there will be so many distractions while chanting also. While reading also we have distractions. Our mind is taking us so many places. We are not able to concentrate. So when we put in practice focusing our sadhana, reading, chanting, hearing the katha, we are here trying to hear something, our mind is somewhere else, or we are talking to someone, it is running in the background. Even while chanting, something is running in the background. We want to read something, I'm reading, but the mind is thinking of something else. There are two activities which is running. So when we start focusing completely on these shlokas and these process of devotion, then the next stage appears. So Krishna is telling he is dear to me. Krishna is not partial to anyone. He says sarvoham bhuteshu. Okay, samoham, sorry, not sarvaham. Samoham sarva bhuteshu. He says samaham. Samaha means equal. He's he does not have any friend, or he does not have any enemy. So he says I am equal to everyone. But yet he says bhaktosi priyomi. So he says I am dear to that particular person who is dear to me. So I am trying to attract Krishna. Now, this doesn't mean partiality. Say, suppose someone has three children or five children. One is very much liking the father, he is very much serving the father. So, father will give special attention to him. It doesn't mean that he is partial to that particular son. He will look after all the sons equally only. He will give them food, guidance, education, everything. But the one son who shows more love, shows more care, attention, the father also gives the same reciprocation. He responds the same way. That doesn't mean partiality. So there is a difference between partiality and giving attention, or the reciprocation, what is required. So similarly here, Krishna delivers that person who is very dear to him. So we have to attract Krishna. How we can do? By our sadhana. When we start our devotional service, when we start this process of Krishna consciousness, so automatically we are towards near to Krishna. So he also starts coming towards us and starts changing. So he will give what is required for us. He may take away something from us. Like he may take away something which is very much hindering the process of Krishna consciousness. So he may do anything with us. So that is how Krishna will be. But we have to pray to him when we do the process of bhakti. We have to ask him for the strength. This is very important. Unless you do not pray for anything, you do not get anything. So you have to pray for bhakti. You have to pray for the strength he has to give us. And we have to pray that give us that strength to sustain, to face all these things. Because here, not only about rejoice, he is talking about even the grievances. So that means I will be seeing sufferings. I will be seeing lamentations in life. So I need that strength to face those situations. So I'll be neutral. I'll control those things. There will be inauspicious things. So that is what is required in our life. So it starts with your sadhana with prayers. So you will move on to the next level where you will become very dear to Krishna. So we have heard about Shaktiman. So here Krishna is talking about Bhaktiman. So bhakti is very, very important. Today's world, we see so many people out of frustration doing so many things. So many unnecessary things are happening. But to come out of that, we are trying to do something. But it is just one drop of water in the desert, which will not mitigate our sufferings, the happiness I'm looking for. The sufferings will be there, it will go on coming. So much technology will improve, so many things we will create. This devices, that devices, this method, that method. Nothing will help us because the body itself is not permanent. So when the body is not permanent, so what we are trying for? We have to do our duty as a son, as a father, as a daughter-in-law, and we have to progress ourselves in this bhakti because the next life we do not know where we are going, what we are going to do. So I have to always think that the next body I am going to achieve, if at all it is there, I should get into bhakti again. That is the only prayer we can ask for because we do not know where we will go next. I may be very extreme, towards the end, or always about death, all these things. But we see every day in, day out, we do not know how many, hours we may live or years we may live. We hear so many news that a small boy passes away. We see death every time. We hear about someone's death all the time. Still, we want to live for some more years. That is the desire we have. Okay, we want to live for more, but are you prepared? Ask this yourself. Are you prepared to do what next? Where we want to go? So we have this, we prepare our children. Okay, beta, after 10th, what? You want to become, you want to appear for entrance exam. What type of, is it NEET or you want to do AI triple E? You want to become an engineer or a doctor? So we are setting the goals for our children. Even similarly in office, we are asking, okay, what are the next goals, objectives this year? What you want to become? So are you trying to become a manager? Are you trying to become a subject matter expert? So we are setting goals, objectives for everyone, for ourselves, for the next few years. But the moment you think, okay, I want to live, something happens to me, I want to live further, I want to live happily. But for what? After this body, what? What next? We have never thought about it. So that is where the defect of human civilization comes, that we are not prepared for what we are going to see next. So the preparation is very important. So the preparation will start only by constant practice. So this practice of Krishna consciousness is very much necessary. This is related to the body. This is related to the soul. Okay. So I hope this is clear. I'll end my class here. Anybody has any questions or comments?
Okay, so Prabhuji, what is auspicious and inauspicious here? Means if inauspicious means death.
I'm sorry, Mataji, I couldn't hear you.
Here, what is auspicious and inauspicious in this verse?
Okay. Auspicious is nothing but something good happens to you. Inauspicious is something bad which occurs in our life.
Means death. Inauspicious means death, such type of thing.
Auspicious means something which, something good happens to me in life, Mataji. Like for example, it may be, it's a we tell no, it's an auspicious moment. We get something in life. It's a very auspicious thing. And inauspicious means with something which bad happens to someone, which is very inauspicious. Like someone meets with accident, it is very inauspicious. Someone goes through a phase of sadness, that is inauspicious.